all starters, all Pokemon starters, all evolutions, Gen 1 to 8 tier list. Alright, we're going to go through this bit by bit. We got 5 tiers here. We got actual God tier, pretty poggers, not good, not bad, this wasn't the play and should have never existed. And we're going to go through every starter and their evolutions as time goes on, okay? Now, keep in mind, I have very differing opinions. I already know people in my chat are going to disagree with me, but... So yeah, we're going to go through each of these bit by bit. And I'm going to put out my favorites, my least favorites, all that stuff, okay? Alright, so we're going to start with Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's a pretty classic Mon. It was my first starter, because I don't think I picked Charmander when I played, Fire Red, because Fire Red and Leaf Green were my first Pokemon games. I don't know if I picked Bulbasaur or not. I may have picked Bulbasaur or Charmander. It's an alright Pokemon. I don't think it's, I mean, it's pretty much just Onion Turtle, is what it turns out to be. It's just like an Onion Turtle. But I think with the other Pokemon we have on this list, I'm just gonna put it as a solid C tier, and we can move it up as, or a solid not good, not bad, just because I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I should put it here or here, because it's definitely not, I mean, it's a good Pokemon. It's not, I mean, it's just not amazing, right? Like, it's not great, but it's not bad either. And I'm not gonna let the Gen 1, like, nostalgia hit me in the face for these Mons, so... I know it's good for the first 2 gyms of the Kanto, but, like, so is Squirtle good for the first gym, so I don't know. Ivysaur. You're gonna see this pretty much through this whole tier list. Middle Pokemon are awkward. The middle evolutions of every Pokemon they're like awkward as hell. They never really know how to make a middle tier Pokemon because they always look like a teenager. I like it's like they're in like this growing stage where like they're not really cool and they're not cute, so they're just kind of ugly. Like me when I was a teenager, because you know I was like really cute as a baby, and then I'm hot as an adult. I mean, look at me. But as a teenager, kind of weird. But at the same time, I wouldn't say Ivysaur's like, because we're gonna get to some really bad middle tier Pokemon. So I'm gonna put him in C tier as well. He's not bad. Given middle tier syndrome, this Pokemon actually isn't that bad. I wouldn't say he wasn't the play, but yeah, this Pokemon isn't that bad. And then Venusaur is pretty poggers. Venusaur, I mean, Venusaur's great. I like his, I like the whole tree. Again, the tree lizard thing is good. His Mega's pretty great. I think for final evolutions of, and I'm just gonna spoil this now, but for final evolutions of Gen 1 Pokemon, they're all pretty good. Like there's a reason to like each and every one of them. Some of the final evolutions of these of Pokemon are pretty bad, but Gen 1 kind of hit it for being like there's a reason to like each of them. Charmander is poggers. It's a good Pokemon. It's cute. It's adorable. It still holds a lot. Is this based on looks, or it's also based off competitive play? I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's just a personal opinion. I don't really think competitively, if I'm being honest, because I don't compete. I mean, I could say shinies too, but its shinies kind of poop, so I don't know. It's okay. It's based on all around. I don't know the stats of these Pokemon, so I don't really know. It's just based off looks, kind of based off shiny. I think Charmander's pretty poggers. I think Charmeleon is not good, not bad. Again, for a middle tier Pokemon, it's pretty okay. I think again, teenager Pokemon are always weird. So if a teenage Pokemon gets put in this category in the not good, not bad, it actually kind of did well. Because teenage Pokemon usually look awful. And then finally, Charizard's, I mean, God tier. I mean, I know people think it's cringy. Its shiny is amazing. Black Charizard is probably one of the best shinies out there. It's not only good competitively, but it's just been a fan favorite forever. I mean, come on. I mean, you can say it's overrated, and to be fair, it kind of is, but given how it's like designed, there's like a reason to like it. I know it's overrated, but like there's a reason it's overrated. It's because it's such a good Pokemon that everyone has a reason to like it. That's our first actual God tier Pokemon. Squirtle's great. You know what? I'm feeling kind of bad now. I'm pulling Ivysaur. I'm putting all these in poggers. These are just really good starters. I'm pulling Bulbasaur up. These 3 are just good starters. They're all good starters. I can't complain about. Given what we're gonna be looking at later on down the line, this is not bad. This really is not that bad. These are 3 really good, solid, granted kind of bland, but very good, solid starters. I think all 3 of these are good. Wartortle, man, I don't know. These 3 aren't that bad. I don't know. If anything, this one would go here. I don't like how Charmander goes red and then orange again. I think we'll keep them there. I think they're not good, not bad. I don't dislike them for any reason. And then Blastoise is S tier. Cannon Turtle. It's a turtle with guns on its back. You're actually gonna be mad about that? Like, you're actually not gonna like that? It's a Cannon Turtle. Plus, Gigantamax, Oh my god, Pog. And Mega Evolution. Both of these are good. Blastoise is 100% S tier. It stays there, that's fine. And then for the rest of Gen 1, I don't consider these starters. We're not rating them, okay? They're going down here, away from everything else. We're not rating Pikachu and Eevee. I don't consider them starters. Complain if you want. I don't care. Gen 2. Now, Gen 2 is what I like to call the blandest starter generation we've ever had. It is literally just like, it's so bland. There's nothing going on here that makes these Pokemon interesting at all. There's no extra typings added onto them. There's like nothing. Nothing is interesting about these mons. I do like some of these though. Bayleaf goes in should have never existed. Bayleaf is gross. I need to rate them in order. Let's start with Chikorita. Chikorita, pretty bland. I like the idea of a four-legged leaf. Like, I like the leaf hat thing. I kind of like it, but I'm gonna put it in not good, not bad. I don't really hate this thing. I don't hate it. I don't like it either. Bayleaf, this wasn't the play. I mean, it should have never existed. It's so awkward. Like, again, I don't understand why in these middle evolutions, I know they're going through puberty, but why do they go through, like, green to yellow and then back to green? Why is it not just green? Why are they changing the color of the body of the Pokemon in its middle evolution? That makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Why do they do that? Should have never existed. Meganium's, I don't know. For what we got with, this is not good, not bad. For what we started with, this is actually not that bad of an ending. I don't think this is actually a bad Pokemon. I think it's actually pretty okay. It's whatever. Cyndaquil's adorable. Pretty poggers. I love Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil's cute. Got a little fire back. It's very adorable. But yeah, I don't think so. Actually, I'm gonna move Chikorita down to this wasn't the play. Because I think starting with this, I think for what we started with, this actually isn't that bad of an ending, but it just should have not been a starter. It just shouldn't have been this. Chikorita wasn't the play. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with Chikorita should have been wasn't the play, but Meganium's actually not that bad for what we started with. Cyndaquil's cute. Cyndaquil's poggers. I like him. I like Cyndaquil. I think of the whole line that we got for first Pokemon wise. I think for the whole line that we got first Pokemon wise, this is the best one. Typhlosion's really cool actually. I think Typhlosion's kind of sick. Quilava, this wasn't the play again. We fall into the issue of teenage Pokemon. They just look weird. This one actually makes the most sense though, given what Typhlosion looks like. Like this to this looks really similar. So this actually kind of makes sense. These all, in fact, if you look at all three of these side by side, the evolution line like actually kind of makes sense. Like it's not confusing at all. But I don't really like how Quilava looks. I don't think it was the play. And Typhlosion's poggers. I like it. Totodile, it's okay. It's an okay starter. I think for the trio that we got, Totodile's okay. Its shiny's kind of dumb. I don't like its shiny. Croconaw, again, suffers from teenage Pokemon, and then Feraligatr just is actual god tier. Let me ask you this, guys. When has there ever been a Pokemon that has lost a vowel in its name because its name was too long for the game it came out in? Feraligatr is the only one I can think of. Feraligatr is the only one I can think of. I mean, it's literally spelled G-A-T-R. There's no O, because they ran out of letters within their own game. Like, they couldn't make a shorter name, so they just said, screw it, we don't need the O. Feraligatr. And that was it. And I love that. S tier just for the spelling of its name alone. Design-wise, it's okay, but the spelling of its name, kind of pog. So that's Gen 2. Honestly, Gen 2 was a kind of crappy generation for Pokemon. I think I'm going to move some stuff around. I think Typhlosion's not good, not bad. Yeah, I think that's fair. I still think Cyndaquil's pretty poggers. I think he's cute. But I think Typhlosion goes below it. Gen 3. Gen 3 was the first generation I played, so I actually skipped Gen 2, because the first time I played Gen 2 was Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I played Emerald. And Trico was my choice. And Trico is probably one of the best starter lines we've ever gotten. Even its middle evolution. Like, there's something about Trico that has, like, this cool factor, and it keeps, like, the Gecko theme, and it's just such a good starter line. Sceptile, I mean, other than the fact that it doesn't have a second typing when it evolves, which is, I guess, okay, but, like, Leaf Blade is such a sick move. I mean, I don't know. I love Trico. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Trico's god tier, Sceptile's god tier, and Grovile's pretty poggers. None of these Pokemon go into not good, not bad. All three of these Pokemon are good. These are all three great designs. In fact, you're going to see a lot of this for for the Gen 3 starters. Torchic, great. I love Torchic, bro. Torchic's such a good Pokemon. It's so cute. It's adorable. And Mudkip, I'm doing all 3 of these. These are all god tier. I love these starters, bro. These starters are so good. What a great trio of starters. These are so cute. Not only are they cute, this one has the cool factor. These are great starters. Combuskin, it's not good, not bad. It's whatever. Marshtomp, this wasn't really the play. Marshtomp's kind of gross if we're being honest. Marshtomp looks kind of dopey. But Blaziken's S tier. Literally everything's S tier except Combuskin and Marshtomp. Combuskin and Marshtomp or whatever, but everything else is S tier. Like, it's just, they nailed it out of the park with Gen 3. It turned out so well. We're moving on to Gen 4. Gen 4 is probably the most time I put into in Pokemon, because I played a lot of Diamond and Pearl as a kid. And if I'm being completely honest, the starters are not great. Especially the first Evos, they're okay. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I picked Chimchar on my first playthrough, and I picked Turtwig from here on out after that. Turtwig's weird for me, because Turtwig's, like, he looks kind of awkward. I mean, for what he turns into, for what he starts off at, it looks so weird. It just looks so weird. Like, I love Torterra, but Turtwig just looks freaky. He just looks like he's got a fat head. So, I'm putting him in not good, not bad. I don't have many, he's just weird. He's just weird looking. Grottle goes in not good, not bad. Again, I don't have a lot of opinions. He's whatever. This looks like a fair evolution from Turtwig, but it's really not amazing. It's whatever. And Torterra's S tier. Torterra is a better Venusaur. Let's all be honest. Torterra is a better Venusaur. You take the tree idea on a turtle back or a lizard back, and Torterra is S tier because it's just better. It's a better Venusaur. Venusaur's pretty pog, but Torterra is S tier. It's just that simple. It's just a better Venusaur. They made Venusaur better. They said Venusaur, but again and better, and we all agreed. So, we're leaving that as it is. Chimchar, I don't know. Again, I don't have a lot of feelings towards these. Like, despite this being the game I put the most time into, I don't, what's crazy is I put the most time into Diamond and Pearl, and Infernape was my starter, and I have no feelings towards Infernape whatsoever. I don't have any feelings towards it. Despite it being my starter in my first playthrough in 2007 when I was 8 years old. And I don't have any feelings toward it. Like, isn't that weird? So it shows that they just, either they didn't hold a lot of real estate in my head, or I just didn't care. But at the same time, it's not bad. Like, it's okay. It's an okay Pokemon. Monferno, I don't know, man. Monferno's weird. I don't like how Monferno looks. He's kind of freaky. I'm just gonna put him there. I don't have a lot of feelings towards Monferno. He's kind of freaky. His long tail freaks me out. I don't get it. And Infernape's pretty boggers. Infernape's actually pretty cool. It's a monkey with a fire hair. That's pretty sick. Piplup is cute. It has the cuteness factor. That's about it. It's definitely not the best of the 3 starters, so I can't put it anything above that. Like, it's not the best of the 3 starters. Piplup goes in this wasn't the play. It's just not a good Pokemon. Piplup looks so bad. And Napoleon it's whatever. This wasn't. I can't. It's not good, not bad. I can't put it worse than that. I don't know how I feel about Empoleon. Like, I think this is a fair ranking of how these Pokemon go in order of, like, best to worst, and I don't have enough feelings about Empoleon to, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe it is A tier because, first off, the Trident head is actually kind of sick, and I know there's, in some anime episodes, it becomes like a torpedo, which is pretty sick. I think that's fine. I don't think he's any better than Infernape, but I don't think he's worse, and I think that's a fair play. So there's my Gen 4. Gen 4 was a really good, was a pretty okay. It wasn't as good as Gen 3 for starters, but it was pretty good. And now comes the very controversial Gen 5. Now, I've had a lot of people in my chat tell me Gen 5 is cringe. I'm going to tell you my opinions towards this are very different. But we're going to go through it anyways. Starting with Snivy. Snivy is not bad. It's not a good starter, but it's not bad. It does have the cool factor. I'm not putting him in F tier. You guys will get your F tiers this generation. Don't worry. But I'm not putting him in F tier. You know what? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Snivy in This Wasn't the Play, And I'm going to put Servine in this should have never existed. And then I'm putting this one in Pretty Poggers. I really like Superior. I think the idea of a snake starter is really cool, but it should have started as a snake. It should have started as a snake. Why did it start as this weird looking feet and leaf arm thing, and then go to this, which is even creepier and weirder, but then it goes to a snake? Like, the snake, like, Superior is a really good Pokemon, but it should have started as a snake to begin with. Because it, like, going from this to this kind of makes sense, but from this to this? What happened? Where did its legs and arms go? It just kind of ate itself. So, Servine's a bad Pokemon. It should have started as a snake, but Superior is good. So, that's how I feel. Tepig. Yeah, all these are bad. These are bad. Oh, no, actually, both these are bad. Why did you go from... Tepig is not actually that bad of a Pokemon. I don't like it, but why did you go to a two-legged, two-armed... Like, here's what I don't understand, and you're gonna hear the same for Samurott. Why did they go from 4 legs to 2 legs, and then for Oshawott they went from 2 legs to 4 legs? What is with that? Why? Like, just keep it a pig. Why does it stand up on its legs and get all buff in fighting? Why? And I think, to be fair, I think Tepig actually isn't that bad of a Pokemon. I'm gonna put him in not good, not bad, because he really isn't that bad. But these two are awful. This is so bad. Why? Why did you go from a pig that actually had some promise to a fighting, like, why? I don't understand. I don't understand the 2 legs to 4 legs transition. I don't get it. Or vice versa. Why does it go from 2 legs to 4 legs, or 4 legs to 2 legs? That makes no sense. Yeah, its shiny is okay, but like the Pokemon itself doesn't make sense. Be consistent. It's the same issue with Snivy. This is a good Pokemon. Superior is a good Pokemon, but why do you start with this 2-legged thing and then just say, oh wait, never mind, he metamorphed into a snake? That makes no sense. And I have the same issue with Oshawott and Duat. I think Oshawott's not bad. Oshawott's kind of cute. In fact, I'd say Oshawott's Pretty Poggers. I think of the 3 starters that we have, Oshawott's the cutest. Duat is not good, not bad, but then Samurott's a great Pokemon. I think Samurott's S tier. I love how Samurott looks. I love that it can take swords out of its arms. I think this is a good Pokemon. But again, this suffers from the issue of 2 legs to 4. This is such a good Pokemon, but these are bad. Like these are good designs, but why this? The only reason, I don't know how I feel about putting it in S tier. Yeah, I'm putting it in A. I'm gonna drop it down a bit because this is a really good design, but it suffers from the 2-leg to 4-leg transition, and it needs to lose some points from that. It just does. Its pre-evolutions does affect it as a Pokemon. If this wasn't a great design, it would be lower. I don't know how I feel about Oshawott. He's cute. He's the best of the 3 starters we got in this generation, but I don't know if he's S. Now, look at the Pokemon we have in F tier right now and tell me Oshawott is F tier. That's, no, absolutely not true. I think I can live with this. I think this is fine. I don't think, given the Pokemon we have in S tier right now, the starters, I don't think the starters match up to this. You know what? Okay, I'm actually fine with moving Oshawott to S. I think Oshawott's just as good as Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. I'm actually okay with that. I think starter design-wise, that's probably it. They turned an otter to be actually really cute. And I think that's fair. I think that's my final say. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because I think for all first evolution starters, Oshawott's actually pretty good. Because Cyndaquil, yeah, these are okay, but I don't really like them. Like, they're just pretty bland. Oshawott's a pretty good design. I like the shell that it puts on his stomach. But I think it's better than these 4. The reason I'm putting it in God tier is because I think it's better than these 4, and these 4 should stay here. They really should. But Oshawott's is a better design. Because it's not as bad as these. Like, it's better than these, but it's not as good as these. Like, let's be clear. Gen 3 is the best starter design of all the generations, in my opinion. But this is still pretty good. This is a pretty good design. I like Oshawott. I think Oshawott's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good design for what they had. I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna leave it there. I need to move on. I spent way too much time on this. Gen 6. Gen 6 is probably the worst generation of starter designs. The worst generation of starter designs. Outside of one line, which we'll talk about. But we're gonna start with Chespin. So, Chespin is, dopey, to say the least. Chespin is bad. It's not good. But, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay? And I'm not doing this because Pokesnipes is saying don't hurt me in chat. I'm doing this because of one reason only. He's not the play, but Quilladin is probably the worst Pokemon on this list. Quilladin is absolute garbage trash. Quilladin is the worst, and I mean worst Pokemon out of everything that we will put in this tier list. Quilladin is the worst. It is so awful. It's so bad. It is so bad that I have to put Chespin in This Wasn't the Play because Quilladin sucks that much. It's dopey, it has no art direction, it looks so cringy. And I'm putting Chestnut in This Wasn't the Play either. This whole line wasn't the play, but Quilladin was the worst. We're done talking about it. That's it. Fennekin? This is bad. Oh, these are so bad. I don't like how Fennekin looks. And then, again, dude, this... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Here's why. Fennekin is the Pokemon that suffers from the 4 legs to 2 legs issue. If they had somehow just made the starter 2-legged, this would make a lot more sense. This was not the play. Brixen is awful. For how much naughty photos were made of this Pokemon, and it's so... I hate it. I hate this Pokemon. I hate it. I hate what the community did with this Pokemon. I hate it. It should have never existed. It should have been anything else. Like, for what the community did to this thing, through the drawings, is what we'll call them, it should have never existed. It should have never been in the game. It should have never been in the game. It's so nasty. But then Delphox is actually not that bad. I like the whole Fire Wand thing. I like the Psychic typing. I think that's actually a really good typing. I will say this generation did a very good job with their typings. How they made another type triangle with the starters, just like the first type triangle works. With the Dark Fighting Psychic. But this is actually a pretty good Pokemon. For a Fire Psychic type, a Fire Witch with a wand actually kind of makes sense. And for it to come from this is actually not that bad. Froakie. Now, this is the only good line in this generation. I think Froakie needs to go in Pretty Poggers. I think Froakie's actually a pretty good design. Frogadier suffers from, again, the teenage awkwardness. But Greninja's S tier. I mean, Greninja's just so good. It's such a good design. I love Greninja, bro. Greninja's so good. It's such a good mon. I mean, the tongue scarf? I mean, it's got a tongue scarf. Its tongue's so long, you can wrap it around its neck a couple times and still have some left over to fly behind it. Are you kidding me? That's sick. Froakie's a fine starter. For it to turn into this is fine. But Frogadier is just, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, I'm not even going to say it wasn't the play. It's an awkward evolution. I don't like these middle evolutions. This looks weird. I don't get this. But I also don't know how it would be better, but I don't like this. This is not good. The only good Pokemon in this generation were Froakie and Greninja, with Delphox kind of holding up the back line. That's my opinion. That's where we're going to leave it at. Gen 7. Now, Gen 7 was okay. Gen 7 was actually not that bad. Compared to Gen 6, it's definitely an upgrade, for sure. I love Rowlet. Rowlet's god tier. Rowlet's cute. It's an owl. It has its little bow tie green. Dude, I love Rowlet. Rowlet is S tier. Dartrix, this wasn't play. Again, suffers from middle evolution syndrome. This is bad. But Decidueye's S tier. I mean, this is so good. This is such a good design, man. It's such a good design. But like, dude, I mean, it's a assassin owl that uses its own tussle. It uses its own wing as a bow and arrow. I mean, or what does it use as a bow and arrow? Is it like its little necktie thing? I don't know. It has neckties to close its hood. This is such a good design. Rowlet and Decidueye are just great Pokemon. Absolutely great Pokemon. Litten, awful name. Really bad design. This was not the play. I don't even know what the name of this thing is. Not the play. This should have never existed. I mean, guys, I'm gonna throw this out there. Again, the 4-leg to 2-leg thing. Why? Why does Pokemon keep doing this? Someone has to stop them. Why do they keep doing this 4-leg to 2-leg thing? This whole line would be up there if Incineroar did not exist. Why does it go from 2 legs, from 4 legs to 2 legs. I don't understand. They ruined it. Like, these aren't bad Pokemon. I don't even know what the name of this thing is. What is that thing? It's Litten, it's Incineroar. Torracat! That's what it is. I can't even remember the name. Torracat. They all suck. Not good. Not a good line. And then here, Popplio is actually pretty cute. Popplio's not a bad. For a Seal, actually, you know what? No. For a Seal starter, this is actually pretty poggers. I love the way that it makes a little bubble out of its nose. Brionne was not the play, and Primarina is actually pretty poggers. Both of these Pokemon are pretty good. Popplio's pretty poggers. For a Seal Pokemon, it looks great, and Primarina is pretty cool. I like the idea of like a siren Pokemon, which is what Primarina is because it uses its voice. It's a siren Pokemon. Yeah, these are good Pokemon. These aren't bad. I like the idea of a siren Seal. Popplio is a pretty good Seal starter. But yeah, everything else in this generation is pretty dog. And now we come up to the most recent generation, Generation 8. If you want my initial opinion on these starters, they're okay. They're not good. They're not great. They don't really hold a lot of weight in my mind, but they're not bad. How do I feel about Grookey? I don't really feel about Grookey. Grookey's kind of It's kind of whatever, man. Like, I don't really care about it. It doesn't hold a lot of weight. It's a pretty mediocre Pokemon. So it's not good, not bad. Thwackey? This wasn't the play, bro. Why? Ooh. I don't. Again, here's the thing. The transitions don't make sense. Why does it go from like a darker green to a light green to then just brown? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think Rillaboom's bad, but I don't like it, so it's going to not good, not bad. Scorbunny. Scorbunny's okay. It's not good, not bad. I don't have any negative opinions about this. Raboot should have never existed. Gross. Awful middle evolution. It doesn't look like a teenager. It looks just like a kid. And to go from Raboot from Scorbunny to Raboot, and then Cinderace is just I don't like it. I just wasn't the play. I don't like it, dude. I don't like Cinderace. I like the idea of a soccer fire rabbit, but I don't like the design. It doesn't look good. Yeah, Cinderace just wasn't the play for me. I don't like it. Sobble. Sobble has the cuteness factor that we all love. Power Ball is such a good move, though. Yeah, but it doesn't make up for the fact that this could have been on a much better looking Pokemon than Cinderace. Like, Power Ball could have been on a much better looking Pokemon. If they had gone away from this Raboot and just made this more of like a better looking Scorbunny, then I would have liked this, but this is not good. Sobble's cute. Sobble has the cuteness factor in this generation. The thing that the other two don't have. It is it goes invisible in the water, which I think is awesome because it's like a chameleon. So I'm gonna say Sobble's pretty poggers. I'm part of the Sobble squad. Drizzile should have never existed. Like, what is this? Like again, I don't understand why Pokemon does this, but they always make the middle evolutions so dog. They're so trash. Question for you guys at Pokemon: why does it go from Sobble, which is light blue with a yellow thing, to its final evolution, which is light blue with a yellow thing, but then in here it just gets a tuft of purple hair that looks like the shiny? Why? What is this thing? This looks so bad. And Inteleon's actually pretty bonkers. I love oh dude, I mean, when Inteleon came out, it was like a spy and it could shoot. I mean, dude, it can make its fingers like a gun and shoot water. How do you not like that? Pretty bonkers. And I think, boys, that's it. The only middle evolutions that made it past this wasn't the play was Grovyle, because Grovyle is actually pretty good. Grovyle, Combuskin, and Dewott all made it past the this wasn't, and Grotle. Actually, I'm moving Grotle down. Grottle's bad. Grottle's not good. Grottle's not good. I don't like it. This wasn't the play. I don't like it. I'm changing my mind. This was not the play. Put Pikachu in should have never existed. There you go. EVS just for Shiny Umbreon? I don't feel good putting the EV anywhere. They should have never. Neither of these should have ever been starters. Eevee and Pikachu should have never been starters. Yeah, I feel good about this list. No, I feel good. I think this is it. I think that's it. So yeah, that's my tier list, boys. Leave a comment down below if you think if you disagree with me and why you disagree with me. But it won't matter because I'm right anyway. So.